Hey guys, it's Ask B Wiley here. Welcome to my channel. Today is another Ask B Wiley video, and what that is when I answer anonymous questions from people all over the world who want me to answer their questions specifically about dating, relationships, communication, and breakup, as well as all things in between. So today's question is loneliness, is from a guy. Is loneliness better than being in a toxic relationship? This is my laptop that I'm looking on here, if you were wondering. Is loneliness better than being in a toxic relationship? Let's talk about the toxic relationship because there's a lot of that. Excuse me. There's a lot of that going on lately because people would much rather be in a toxic relationship versus being by themselves. Now, when we're talking about loneliness, who wants to be lonely? Don't nobody want to be lonely, period, point blank. However, if you're single for any amount of time, at some point, you probably will experience a moment of being lonely. That's temporary. That doesn't mean that it's the whole time you're single, you're automatically lonely. That's not how that goes. And I need for people to stop assuming that just because someone is single, they're lonely, they're distressed, they're depressed, they're down and out. No. During your single time versus getting in a toxic relationship, if you are feeling lonely, this is just a side note. Find some hobbies, do your hobbies, work out, go out with friends, hang out with family, do things that are in the public. If you're by yourself, go on meetup.com. This computer is out of control, okay? That's okay, guys. Sorry, you can hear that alert. It's on my laptop. I got it open. Oh my gosh. I don't know why this is doing this. But anyway, so here, I can just close the whole thing. Why don't I do that? Why don't I do that? So, all right. So when it comes to if you are feeling lonely, go on meetups.com. Meetups is one of a site. It's everywhere. It's in every city. I don't know if it's overseas, but I know you go on there and you find all kind of groups of people. People that like to hike, people that are going to the Halloween party this weekend and you want to go and you don't have anybody to go with, people who like dogs and maybe like to groom dogs or open a dog cabin where you do dog stuff, people who like to taste certain different kind of beers from around the world, people who like to knit, people who like to draw. Figure it out. Whatever you're into, go find your people. They're out there. So go out there and then go to festivals that are going on. Oktoberfest just happened. Go to festivals and places where you know people will be and just start mingling. That will take you out of your loneliness. So long story short, when it comes to being in a toxic relationship or choosing to be lonely, you don't choose neither one of them. You definitely don't be in a toxic relationship because who wants to do that? Who wants to wake up in a toxic situation to where 9 times out of 10, if it's toxic, it makes you angry and it pulls you out of character and it makes you the worst case scenario. Typically in a toxic relationship, that person brings out the worst in you and you bring out the worst in them. So why would you want that? And then the alternate is not loneliness. And if you're feeling lonely, do what I just told you to do and you won't be lonely. So in those moments when maybe it's snowing outside or it's a bad storm and all your friends and family are busy, watch a funny movie. Go cuddle up with your dog or your animal. Cook, learn a cooking, learn how to do a new meal. Cook for yourself. Sometimes it's best if you are good with being alone and you know how to entertain yourself and have a good time with self. All right, so that was the question of the day on Ask Coach B Wiley. If you have a question for me, feel free. Email me. I'll put that below. I'm not even going to try to say it because every time I say my email address, I mess it up. I don't know what that's about. But I'll put it down there in my link tree. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Coach B Wiley, and just ask me your question and I will be glad to answer it for you. Outside of that, guys, I'll talk to you later.